My teacher tried to ruin my graduation by accusing me of cheating. He didn't know I recorded every second of his private classroom deals. Now he's in handcuffs. Mr. Henderson wasn't just a bad teacher. He was a professional predator who fed on students' futures. He ran the senior year history department like a mafia boss. If you didn't pay for his private tutoring sessions at $100 an hour, you were guaranteed to fail his exams, no matter how hard you studied. I was the top student in my class, but I refused to pay his protection money. 2 weeks before graduation, Henderson called me into his office. He had a smug grin that made my skin crawl. On his desk was my final thesis, the project I had spent 6 months researching. It's a shame, he whispered, but I flagged this for AI plagiarism. You're disqualified from the honors program, and I've recommended the board to cancel your graduation. I felt the blood drain from my face. I hadn't used a single word of AI. I had the sources, the drafts, the sweat. But in our school, Henderson's word was law. He leaned back and gave me the look. Of course, he said, if you were to admit you made a mistake and paid for a special intensive remedial course this weekend, maybe I could find a way to fix this. What Henderson didn't know was that I wasn't just a nerd. I was the kid who fixed the school's IT systems. A week before, I had noticed a strange hidden folder on the department's shared drive. It was filled with donations from wealthy parents, checks made out directly to Henderson's personal offshore account in exchange for grade changes. I didn't argue. I didn't cry. I walked out and activated my plan. I had planted a small, high-definition button camera in my tie. Every word of our negotiation was recorded in 4K. But that was just the beginning. I spent the next 48 hours pulling the metadata from that hidden folder. I found a trail of 50 students over 3 years who had bought their diplomas. The night of the graduation gala, the entire school, the board, and the local press were in the auditorium. Henderson was on stage, giving a speech about integrity and hard work. He looked like a saint. When it was time for the senior achievement slideshow, I didn't play the video of our football team winning the championship. Instead, the giant screen behind Henderson flickered to life with the recording of our private meeting. The entire room heard his voice, loud and clear, "Pay me, or I ruin your life." Then, the spreadsheet appeared. Names, dates, and dollar amounts of every bribe he had ever taken. The silence in the room was deafening, followed by a roar of outrage from the parents who hadn't paid. Henderson tried to run off stage, but the school's security, who I had tipped off earlier, blocked the exits. 2 police officers stepped out from the wings. As the handcuffs clicked shut over his wrists, I walked up to the microphone. "Mr. Henderson," I said, "I think you'll find that integrity isn't something you can buy, but a prison cell that you earned for free. I didn't just get my honors back. I got the entire department cleared of his corruption. Henderson is currently serving 5 years for extortion and fraud. And my thesis? It's being published as a case study on academic ethics. Moral of the story, never try to blackmail the kid who knows how to code. We don't just find the truth, we make sure everyone sees it in 4K.